some things that he can do. So
the bounce spells could be decent, but we've seen Joe Alane go to the Inkwell Leviathan, which is immune to bounce spells. It is untargetable Shroud. So I wouldn't really count on that. Okay, oh, wow, look at Jason. This is the first time I've seen Jason Jaco on camera. All of his cards heavily altered with art extensions. So let's take a look at his hand. Sensei's Divining Top, Volcanic Island, Repeal, Scalding Tarn, Force of Will, Sneak Attack, and Spell Pierce. So he has the Sneak Attack. Would you take the Force of Will here? The Sneak Attack? The top?
I definitely wouldn't take the top. It would be, I'd probably take the Spell Pierce. He's gonna take that. All right, well.
There you go.
It depends on what Joe's hand is. If Joe doesn't really have the combo yet, then I would take Sneak Attack. I definitely wouldn't take Repeal. Repeal gets to stay. So it would either be Sneak Attack, Force, or Spell Pierce. Yeah. I want to take the top.
It seems like what Joe's indicating with that take of Thoughtseize is that he doesn't have a quick victory here. He's ready to slug it out, so he doesn't care about the counter spells so much right now.
Because top doesn't do too much for you in this matchup. It occupies mana.
Sees 3, and there was a fetch land. I think that's what Joe was kind of afraid of.
Yeah, his hand was fine already, though. I don't think he's... And maybe if his hand's a little weaker, I'd take the top, but his hand's not weak at all. So Jason can play draw go for a little bit.
Okay, so Joe's going to go for the Careful Study,
and
Jason
but he already has the Zoom. Yeah.
So saving his counter spells for the reanimation.
Yeah, because Careful Study does net you a negative card, so maybe Jason is actually okay with this, and actually it pays off because Joe doesn't even have a creature to bend right now, so it pays off. He just kind of goes deep and doesn't really hit anything. And now he's down to 4 cards in hand, and Jason's holding the Spell Pierce and Force, so he's actually, shields are up right now. He's pretty safe. We've mentioned a few times in this tournament that shields have been down for some and shields have been up for some, referencing their ability to fight off threats.
A reference to the 300, right? Put your shield up to defend yourself from the rain of arrows.
I was talking more about
Tonight
Star
we
Trek,
dine in hell.
Like, having your shields up, protecting yourself from invasion. But yeah, we'll go 300. 300 has a negative portrayal of the Persians, though. That hits close to home. Oh,
That's it also has Greeks, so relevant. I heard there was going to be a sequel to the 300, right?
I don't know how you can have a sequel to 300.
The 301st, obviously.
Sequel to 300.
There were other battles.
There were.
After the Spartans were defeated, ultimately they were defeated, but they held off long enough that the other Greeks were able to muster their forces.
Yeah.
So it could be one of those battles.
Infamously in the Persian Wars, yep. So while we have a little Greek history here.
Here we go.
Well, Theros is around, so it's relevant.
Falling into old habits.
Yeah. Can't help it.
And Jason has
all
all the time in the world.
And all the spells in the world. Look at all those things. He's got everything. He's got. Just the one thing he is missing, though.
That is an ancient tomb.
I don't think he has Emrakul in his hand. See, the altar kind of hurts my eyes a little bit. Do you see an Emrakul?
I do not.
All right, so he's going to play Sneak Attack here. He's got Spell Pierce to back it up and Force Will to back it up. So he's rolling.
It, but he cannot activate it to profit.
Right. Sneak Attack.
Sneak Attack.
I never thought I'd see the day where that card was going to be tournament competitive. And this is,
really?
I mean, at the beginning, yeah, it was a very casual card.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no, not recently. I mean, like 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and here it is on the screen here. Definitely a casual card. Remember the first Sneak Attack incarnations that had the tree folk that would come back when they ran into the graveyard?
Weatherseed tree folk.
And the Phoenix that did the same thing. The one that returned, same Weatherseed tree folk.
Right, so it dies, you just return your hand, and then next turn you do it again.
Yeah, that was the original Sneak Attack incarnation in Type 2. Because all those cards from the same block. Yeah, the literature from Urza's Legacy that went with the Sneak Attack deck.
But now the monsters are so monstrous.
Yeah, creatures are a lot better than Weatherseed tree folk, yeah. And False Prophet was in this deck too, because you would sneak out False Prophet and sack it and Wrath.
Yeah. So Joe cast a Brainstorm there. Still no third land. Jason goes for a Brainstorm, and Joe snap forces it, exiling another Force of Will. So with the Sneak Attack on the board, knows that all Jason needs to do is find a creature threat and he's dead, so he forces the draw spell.
Yeah.
He would get to see 3 cards on top of his library, and then if he doesn't find the Emrakul or Gristlebrand, he could sacrifice the fetch land to reset. So Joe says no. Jason says no back. The spell pierce.
Yeah.
Brainstorm resolves, and we'll see if Jason finds something to sneak in.
And it doesn't look. I can't really understand the cards right now. Just looking at the art.
That's an island. That's the
Yeah.
unglued island.
I see the island. The other two, I'm not sure what those are. Brainstorm and another.
Brainstorm and a ponder.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
We'll know more from how Jason reacts here. It doesn't seem like he's found his monster, so most likely he's going to put 2 cards back and then sacrifice the Scalding Tarn and keep on keeping on.
Yeah, I like it.
There you go. Resolve Brainstorm.
I can
play
dig it.
an island. Oh, he's going to ponder first. So goes 1 card deeper. What do you think about that? I think I would have sacrificed.
I would fetch in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Rather than look at 1 new card, look at 3 new cards with this ponder.
Yeah, I mean, especially when once he has the Emrakul, the game's over. So, not over, excuse me.
I mean, it is over because Joe would be back to 0.
Yeah, Grizzlebrand would be game over because then you get to draw 7, then continue to have things. So, all right, so
Not
he's
sure.
He wasted the
Some
ponder
gestures there.
Yeah, the ponder was wasted, but let's see if he can.
Well, you know what always happens. You shuffle with ponder, and then you draw exactly what you need.
Is that what happens?
Once again, the magic cut. Joe Alane, magic cut.
Speaking of the term hipster, they like to abuse over and over and over. You know, Michael Hetrick, when all of us play ponder, he's the one guy who plays Preordain in his Stoneblade deck just to be different. I mean, well, we all know ponder's better. Why are you playing Preordain?
I don't know.
Get out of town.
You and Preordain have quite the history.
We do. Well, let's be real, though. Ponder's better when you're digging. It's all about dig. Preordain lets you keep the loosey-goosey hands.
Christian Ponder, not the greatest quarterback.
No, he's real bad, actually. And I'm with you on that one. Sorry, all the Minnesota fans listening.
That's a Gristlebrand.
That's the guy who kills you.
Sunset Gristlebrand.
Yeah, he's going to pay 7 because you want to do that pre-combat, because so when you hit another monster, you can bring his teammate Emrakul out. He's looking for his buddy, his partner in crime, if you will. And he draws, and he draws, and he draws, and let's see if there's an Emrakul in there. If not, I see him activating it again, because it's not like he can't stop anything with his 3 Force Wills in his hand and a Spell Pierce. So Jason should pay 7 more life. There's no reason not to. You can't die. If he didn't hit the Emrakul.
It's a Lotus Petal.
These arts, this full art stuff's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know who the artist that did all of these is.
Yeah, maybe it's him.
Maybe it is him.
Jason is a artist mage. All right, so he will pay 7 more.
Now, what are the chances that there's no Emrakul here?
I think vastly irrelevant. I think he's gonna connect here and probably at least has another Grizzlebrand. Only way he loses here if he misses Grizzlebrand and another Emrakul.
There's a Gristlebrand.
So yeah, so he can't actually.
There's a Lotus Petal.
He has Brainstorm too, so he can go dig some more. He still didn't hit the Emrakul, so he has 4 Emrakul, didn't hit it yet.
Brainstorm. So 14 cards and no Emrakul. Needs 3 more.
Cards.
Another Petal, another Gristlebrand.
Emrakul plus Grizzlebrand, that is more than 17 damage. That will slay him in 1 attack. That's why he's searching. He can't believe he hasn't hit an Emrakul. It's kind of comical at this point.
Yeah, normally, in this situation, an opponent might have conceded even. So you're not going to concede in the semis.
No.
You want to see your death. You want to see your life total go into the negative and hear that sound effect on Moto.
Ooh, yeah. Another rapper, his name is E40. He makes that sound. He goes, ooh. E40.
When he's singing.
No, yeah, like
E40.
rap people have these sounds they make while they're performing their art. Like he'll say lyric, and go, ugh.
That's not singing.
No.
Yeah.
It's definitely not. It's skilled talking.
I guess.
Yeah. All right, so.
I'm gonna fire back now. I'm gonna
Right.
tell you about a talented singer, Nico Case. She
Nico
was
Case.
formerly and sometimes still joins up with them, the New Pornographers from Canada. Nico Case now has a flourishing solo career, released a new album recently. Fantastic album. I got to catch her in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Oh, nice.
At the border crossing, they're like, why are you coming to Canada? And we said, going to a concert. And the border guard looked at us and was like, really? How long are you going to be here? Like, I don't know, 2-3 hours? And like, really?
What?
Yeah. We wanted to go see her.
That's pretty interesting. Some people have a love for music, and you're one of them, my friend. Just a different style.
Look at this. So he's repealing a Lotus Petal to Cycle. He still hasn't found the
He has a
Emrakul.
brainstorm here, so he's going to use
brainstorm.
one of his last land here for that, but he has 3 Lotus Petals.
2 Lotus Petals left.
He has
Well,
one in his hand,
he repealed, okay. Has the Ancient Tomb as well, but is it 3 life? Not really anything to do with that colorless mana. Did you find it yet, Jason? No. Going to... Has he not played a land this turn?
Apparently not. He has 4 Lotus Petals. All right.
Okay. all of that.
All that, and
Pack for 7.
Let's just go ahead and take 7. Fine.
Pack for 7, sacrifice, Griselbrand.
Yeah, he has another Griselbrand.
Keep all of my Force of Wills in hand.
Yeah. He pretty much can't lose. It's impossible. But if I'm Joe,
Play it out.
After watching you miss on Emrakul after digging 42 cards, I guess we're going to make you finish me off here. So, wow, it's pretty awesome. All right, so apparently they're saying Jason is a good vintage player as well, so he's no slouch to the game of Magic. All right, we're just kind of reading comments here again.
Oh, okay.
Mentioning it,
Got some information on the altars. Soli has once again tweeted and says, Jaco's art is done by Christine Chandler, Oneros Altars, which is Chris Burgesson, who we often see on the Open Series, and he himself, meaning Jason Jaco, does many. And he recommends that we ask to see his treasure map, page 9. Okay, treasure map, page 9.
Alright, well, Jason just wants to put Joe out of his misery here.
Yeah, it really does, and didn't find anything. Discards down to 7. Joe takes a look at all the stuff that is not Emrakul. How crazy would it be if he just didn't recognize his own Emrakul because of the altar?
That would be fitting. Pretty funny.
I'm sure because he has done many of the cards himself, and this is his deck. If he were borrowing someone else's deck with these altered cards, maybe that would happen.
No, he definitely knows.
That'd be a fitting end.
Alright, so Joe is kind of just hanging in there, trying to stay competitive here, give a competitive face on, even though Jason's drawn a boatload of cards. And Joe draws his own Griselbrand here. Has a fistful of reanimate cards. And he's going to try to reanimate Jason's Griselbrand, maybe. And Jason's going to stop this in one of his many ways here. So here comes Force of Will. Here comes the Force of Will.
Okay, so life total does matter here still for Jason. He has to stay above 7 so that he can activate his Griselbrand. So pays a life to Force of Will, goes to 9. He has that Misty Rainforest. And what a luxury it is for these decks not playing against red. You could go to 1 life and you don't care.
Yeah.
Against a red deck, you don't want to go under like 10 life in Legacy.
Yeah, it's definitely a luxury, and you get to play a different way because red, you can't give yourself that situation of being, bolted right out of there. So then again, Jason technically is playing red. However, his bolts come in the form of 15 damage or 7 damage. So
Tentacle bolts.
yeah.
I have not read that manga yet.
Alright, so Joe's going to try to animate dead now.
Okay, so he cast Reanimate. That was countered. Gonna
He's
go
gonna
for
Spell
Animate
Pierce here.
Dead.
Yep.
Spell Pierce, sacrificing Lotus Petal. Alright.
Alright, so
go.
Jason's going to draw 7 more cards here after he sneaks in another Grizzlebrand. And if he doesn't hit an Emrakul, I'm sure he will scream out of frustration.
Sacks the Misty Rainforest, so goes to 8.
It's 4 Grizzle or 4 Emrakuls at the bottom of his
You know,
library.
it'd be wild if Joe had a gut shot. Alright, in response to you activating Grizzlebrand, gut shot you.
That would be wild. Wouldn't surprise me with a lot of these cards that we've been seeing around, so a lot of uniqueness.
You should just pack a gut shot
Just one?
for situations
For
like
kicks?
that. Yeah, just
Alright, so...
because these Grizzlebrand, they get so content. They're like, I'll go to 1, draw 7.
So even like, let's say you're playing Oops all spells and they go to 1, you're like, gut shot you.
gut shot.
Just in case you, that's Emrakul, I think, in his hand.
It'd be like the red Notion Thief. Everyone packs, all the blue-black mages pack 1 Notion Thief in their sideboard just to get that story of that time.
Yeah, that one time.
That one time.
He goes, I'll draw 7 cards, is that cool? And I think I saw an Emrakul on top. So that should do it.
4, 5,
If it wasn't
6, 7.
done already. So I'm pretty sure I saw an Emrakul there. We'll just make sure.
We don't even know what his Emrakuls look like.
No, but I saw something crazy. Could have been the Echo and Truth. They look the same at this point. All very epic. Oh, maybe he doesn't have it. I guess I'm wrong. I thought that was an Emrakul.
Still didn't find it?
But, he probably has. He probably has one in that hodgepodge in his hand there. No, he doesn't.
He's gonna top after drawing 7.
Did he board
so
out like 3 Emrakuls? Or?
maybe he should take a look at his sideboard. In his main deck, he is showing 4 Emrakuls. Are all 4 of them at the bottom of his library?
Again, after shuffling? He shuffled.
I don't even... How improbable would this be? Is he starting to get a little nervous now?
Yeah, if he loses this game, I've never seen anything like this in my life. I've never
I mean,
seen... That is a lot of... Like, he's drawing...
21.
Plus all the brainstorms and topping.
Ponder.
I don't know that's possible.
Wow. He really hasn't drawn the Emrakul. This is a unbelievable situation right here. He's going to blind draw with his top?
I know he topped. He just topped. Topped a second ago.
Oh yeah, so okay. He's just reaching for the top. Thought it was the Grizzlebrand. Attacks with the
Joe's
Grizzlebrand.
having a good time messing with us there with his little arrangement. Hope he's having a good time.
Joe Lane goes to 1 life. Jaco goes to 8 off the lifelink of Grizzlebrand. Is there a way that Joe can win this game at this point, Shaheen? Is there any way?
No.
I mean, we have to
I don't think
start
so.
seriously thinking about that.
The reason why is because he has 2 more forces in his hand, and Joe has 3 cards in hand. He just doesn't have the mana to continuously reanimate. And even if he does, Jason's going to untap and draw 7 more, and he has to hit the Emrakul by then.
Does he
right?
still have a third
I
Grizzlebrand?
think he does. I can't. I see. I thought I saw a creature in his hand. It looks.
Okay, so Joe Lane untaps in that direction.
Oh, we can't exhume here. That's not good.
Exhume's not good. Reanimate's not good. Don't have enough life.
So he's gonna have to. Because exhume. I don't think he has a creature in his graveyard.
Animate dead. Yeah, that's right. He still hasn't had a creature in his own graveyard. He's been trying to feed off of Jason's Grizzlebrands.
Yeah.
So Jason's gonna sacrifice. Okay, So now Jason's sacrifice fetch lands goes to 7. Even if he has a Gristlebrand, he cannot pre-combat activate.
Yeah.
So he's living off the top here.
So he
Sensei's divining top.
He definitely doesn't have a. Definitely doesn't have one.
So now, Magic Cut. Gonna look at 3 cards before his draw step. 1, 2, 3. Can we read anything from his face? Doesn't look like it, not from his actions. I'm gonna put him back faster. So untap, my turn. He's gonna draw a card and then activate top again.
Well.
Oh no, he found the hammer.
Alright, he
Cool.
found it. He found it. Found it. There we go. He got it.
Sweating a lot more than you probably should have. At least 24, 27. He saw like over 30 cards, I think.